Push it to the red line.
Hey guys, thanks for coming back. This is the Bad Element Show. I'm Nick, Bad Element Co, and I am here to talk to you about the fantastic PKU-2. This is a optic made by NPZ that I scored from toparsenal.net.
Push it to the red line.
He had a bad day. As you can see, this optic might look a little bit familiar. A lot of you shooters out there apparently like the T1, T2 micros. Well, this isn't that. It looks like it. You know, it's got the cap here, and it's got the protective knobs. It's got the same kind of silhouette, but this is a different animal. You can find this through eBay, toparsenal.net where I got mine, Kalinka, and also there's a vendor on the AK Files. So it's out there, but it's brand new. I mean, I couldn't find a YouTube video on this thing, and the one who really first exposed me to it and broke it down was RussianOptics.net. Okay, Texas Zen. Great guy on the files. There's a thread there, and you can go to RussianOptics.net and find out information on the PKU-2 and so many more. Great resource. Big thumbs up. See, it's got the red lens coat. Got one of my covers on, and the covers has the little nipples that fit into the nipple slots to adjust your windage. Okay, back to the specs. I really can't read this stuff on the back of the box. My Russian, I never learned Russian. What am I talking about? No idea what it's saying. The important part is that this optic only weighs 4.6 ounces. So that's like nothing. My other favorite combloc, post-combloc optic is the NPZ Obzor 1P63 or IP63 or PK1, depending on what model or who you're talking to. So 4.6 ounces is nothing. I mean, my Obzor, I love that, but it's like 0.6 kilos. It's like 1.3 pounds or something. That's nuts. So this is a nice little tiny optic. It takes cheap, easy to find batteries, the CR2032. So 2032s, that's a lithium ion or Lion. Basic stuff, 18 millimeter aperture. And it's like kind of like a T1, T2 clone. Although, Russian Optics does say that it does not line up with the T1 style mount on the bottom. So this is just a regular Picatinny, and it comes in a knob or a QD lever mounting. What am I talking about? Mounting way. Okay, so the dot itself is a little red dot. It's 3 MOA, and I believe it's quarter MOA adjustments on the windage and elevation. What else do I want to say about this thing? Yeah, it's all aluminum, supposedly air and water tight or proof, and I'm sure it's built like a tank. Everything from MPZ is built like a tank. Okay, just pricing, let's see, they're going for about 300 bucks, you know, plus or minus. You know, there's going to be shipping, or some have them a little over 300, a little under. The only markings on my unit are on the very bottom. It's got the serial number, and I think it says NPZ. And so you might see pictures going around these neat little Russian white markings. I was disappointed I did not receive that. Apparently that optic with all those markings was just the sort of prototype, and I don't know why they took those markings off. I was really looking forward to those markings, but that's alright. I think I'll live. So what's in the box? Comes with your little white cloth, standard, and somewhere around here. Come here. this is the instructions, which, you know, good luck with that. Luckily, you can go to expressionoptics.net and AK files and find the thread made by Texas Zen, and you can get some more questions answered. You're in for a treat. You're in for a treat today. I got another one of my 5.45 beta test drums, working with a group of AK filers and AK enthusiasts to finalize the testing for this drum conversion. It's from 7.62x39 to 5.45x39, so AK-47 spec to AK-74 spec. And this is a conversion that Master Gunsmith Troy from Barrel Exchange pioneered and then passed on to this young buck, that element, to try to figure out. So this is about a year and a half in work trying to master this conversion, and there's a ton of mods, several dozen mods to get this bullet to feed out of this drum. So we'll be doing some testing on that today while we're doing the Optic review. So here we go. This is a 1,000-yard range. It just goes out to the mountains. Okay, I set my target up about 30 paces away, so just using paces as the range finder. That's about 25 yards, give or take. So here we go. One last thing before we fire. I'm shooting Golden Tiger right now. This is going to be the 59 grain lead core steel case non-corrosive FMJ Tiger. I love this stuff. It's nice to have. I like shooting 7 and 6. I have no problem with corrosive. Just like clean the gun. So let's rock and roll. Okay, ready to send a couple rounds downrange. I've got this on setting 8. I'm shooting from a shaded area into a sunny area, and that's the setting I feel that I could get to the fastest. But depending on your settings, it will determine a different life expectancy for the battery. While the batteries are cheap, the CR, to make sure I don't confuse anybody, 2032s, those lithium batteries, they're pretty cheap. You can get them almost anywhere. They don't have the best life, and so I'll go over that in another video. Got this Golden Tiger FMJ 59 grain in the drum. Okay, drum is wound. Clipped in. Here we go, 5 rounds, downrange, going hot. Going hot! No one's out here. Okay, I had a malfunction with the drum on the first round, so I'm racking it again, see what it does. Looks good. Okay, let's go see what we did to the paper. Here is the target, and I was aiming at this little square. It's about 1.5 inches, and I am down here about a foot low at 25 yards, and I'm about, let's say, 4, maybe 5 inches to the left point of impact. There's my spread. Okay, so obviously this gun could probably, and sight, shoot better than I can. So that's just the first 5 rounds. Let's see what else we can figure out. All right, just to see a little comparison, I've got my 74 muzzle brake on here, and I'm gonna just put 5 more rounds in and see what we can learn from this. I could definitely feel that concussion more. So I had another slight failure there, and I'm not sure if it's from the Golden Tiger or what, but just have to work some more bugs out. I was using 7 and 6 to hand test that drum, which it did feed fine. Okay, let's take a look. All right, get out of the shadow. All right, so my group has just moved about up and over an inch or 2. Okay, so and that could just be me with the sling and just bracing myself. It's a pistol. I wish it had a stock. I think pistols are ridiculous. AK wise, just those SBR laws drive me nuts, man. Hey, let's get those reversed, shall we? All right, back to testing. Okay, so I'm working on the elevation now. I took this top cap off, and you see it's got some markings on it, and I need to learn these markings because I wasn't sure which way to do this. I looked up a T1 video to see if it was the same, and clockwise is up according to the video I saw on this top adjustment knob. And so I clicked it. I think it's 16 turns clockwise, so that should bring me up. All right, let's see what I did there. All right, so back here at group 4, you can see I'm back to my old ways, moving an inch or 2 to the left, but we were right. The counterclockwise did raise the point of impact. I need to watch some more aim point videos. Like I said, I'm not familiar with them, so but in this case, I feel like it was the opposite of what he was saying for the NPZ PK2. So counterclockwise on the top knob is going to take your point of impact up. Okay. All right, so I've just turned my top knob counterclockwise 50 clicks. This is group 5. And I'm trying to bring my elevation up. So when you're shooting a combloc rifle like the AK and you're sighting in a new combloc or post-combloc optic, you're going to need a lot of ammo. It's not like sighting in a deer rifle, and there's plenty of other videos that prove that point too. So, all right, let's see what this does. Okay, I'm getting the same kind of hang up here. I think it's just something I need to polish or smooth out, that the Golden Tiger isn't liking some of these shots, but I haven't had a real bad failure to feed or internal jam yet on this drum conversion. So I'm not too discouraged. I might run a drum of 7 and 6 after this just to see what that does. But okay. All right, back at the target and group 5. And group 5. Okay, so no, I'm not like the best shooter in the world, and it's not super easy with the pistol using the Israeli sling brace technique. But you can see I have moved up. I still need a few more clicks, maybe, I don't know, maybe another 20 clicks if it'll go that far. Let's see. So back to this, we had group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5. Okay, let's get her dialed in. Okay, so you can see I'm actually up here on the berm, and I'm by myself out at this giant range out here at the top. So you can actually see I'm shooting down at the target. So I'm not exactly sure how that's going to affect my point of impact, you know, down here. Alright, so maybe I'll just go at ground level, do a few shots and see what that does. Okay, here's that group 6, right next to this is group 6. This is group 5. Okay, so this is just me coming down the berm, and it's basically the same. So virtually no drop off. Check. All right, I just did 13 more clicks counterclockwise, so that should get me up to the black square. Let's find out. Okay, back out here at the target, group 7 is actually right back in group 5. And so I think I've maxed out my elevation, and it's probably because of my mount. So it means I'm gonna have to physically change the pitch or angle of the mount. And so that's kind of a test thing I'm working out. So 2 inches low, that's something I can work through right now until I get that other part fixed. So there it is. Now time to work on the windage. Okay, so I just did 30 clicks going clockwise on the left side knob, which is going to be my windage. Let's see what that did. Okay, back here we're at group 8, and at first I couldn't tell what happened. I couldn't see my point of impact, but boom, they're all in this little tiny square. Okay, so I guess that means a clockwise moves the point of impact to the right. Okay, so 8 groups, and I'm right on the money. And somehow I'm also moved up in windage too, so that's confusing. But that's Russian optics for you, and I'll be back with a part 2. I don't know how many parts there's going to be because I have not planned this out very well, but it's fun. So thanks for watching the Bad Element show, and Shout out again to toparsenal.net. I've been very happy with this transaction so far. Purchased, he's on eBay, and shipping from the motherland was I think 14 days, so not too bad. All right, but this review is not finished. I'll be back for part 2. Thanks for watching. Bad Element out. Okay, as just a bonus, I'm going to do a little mag dump on our friend here, Mr. Paper Plate, at 25 yards. And I'm going to use 7 and 6 and conserve my golden tiger for more drum testing. All right, here we go. Across the sky, looking in through my window, trying to pay. Let's go see the damage. He had a bad day.